All meeting to order. Here's comments. Patrick, a couple of weeks ago, mentioned something about liking to have the discussion on where we're updating, where we're at on nuisance enforcement and kind of where we're updated on that. And so I mentioned that to Chief Anderson. We had it on the agenda for tonight originally, but he said he's not really ready to talk about that yet. But we thought just talking about just now, it'd be nice if by our meeting on Monday, our regular council meeting, if you have some specific things that you'd like to be talked about nuisances, kind of to give the chief an idea of, what we're looking for, or, what our concerns are, how can we, I proposed it to him as, how can we help? What can we do to help them in their nuisance enforcement? So if you have some ideas on that, just jot them down and we'll bring those on Monday, and then the 13th is a workshop. It's a special meeting. So we won't have another workshop till the end of August. And so we're kind of have Hugh come back on the end of August workshop and kind of have a nuisance discussion at that time. So the next thing on the agenda is the street request closure for the Harvest Moon Fest, and Darcy's there. Darcy, you want to just come up to the table up here?
Why, well, the city council.
Order.
Okay,
Tell us what you've got in mind.
yes. Hello, everyone. I made a few copies, but not enough, but I'll show you what I'm thinking. So we're doing our third annual Harvest Moon Festival, which is an extended evening for shopping in Charles City. And I have big dreams for this. And so this is phase 2 of my big, oh, I do have enough things. Of my idea, I really eventually want this to be a farm to table meal down the middle of Main Street with lights and flags and hometown hallmark feel to it. But until we get to that point, my idea for this year is I would love to have permission to close the 200 block of Main Street. So I put on there just from Kelly to Clark. So essentially that block in front of the bookstore. And the idea this year is to have vendors and food, like we would serve a meal in Main Street. I have Cedar River Pizza lined up, and so it'll be local-ish food. We'll do pizza and beer or pizza and wine. And you buy a ticket ahead of time, and I'd love to set up tables and chairs in the streets. There'll be seating for people to sit and eat their meal. And have vendors out there selling pumpkins and mums, sort of a fall feeling for the evening. And so just looking for permission to do something like this.
So the meal will be a purchase ticket ahead of time. It won't be anybody can just come and join that night.
Correct.
I think it sounds like a neat idea.
How many people do you anticipate being there?
So we can do, I think, 120 pizzas. 120 large pizzas. And the idea would be, so y'all know where the bookstore is, that little Pocket Park Secret Garden area next to the bookstore, that you would buy your ticket ahead of time, come there, and you'd grab your pizza and your beverage, and then take it on the Main Street and eat out there. And Cedar River Pizza says they can do 30 pizzas an hour. And if we're doing it from 4 to 8 for hour-long shifts, so 120 large pizzas would be our maximum amount of pizzas.
So you're shooting for somewhere in the neighborhood of 350 to 500 people then?
Yes, that would be amazing. Yes. We typically have that many people, I think, that shop and participate in the evening. I don't know if they'll buy the ticket and do the meal. So all the stores will be open extended hours as we've done in the past. I'll have live music again as I've done in the past, just adding in the meal.
Will you have to change your liquor license?
Well, that is a question I had for you all. My liquor license covers outdoor, what's the word? I can serve outdoors, I can sell outdoors, because my pocket park, my garden is connected to the building. My liquor license also covers beer and wine. So I don't know if I'm serving it and selling it in my space. That's my question. What happens then if they take it out? And it would still be a contained area, right?
Brittany can answer that question.
Yeah, basically, you'll just have to extend your license out that far, covering the street. I think it's
Okay.
just a change in map. on
Okay.
here.
Okay,
But alcohol and beverage will be able to walk you through that. It's a little bit more, I mean, you'll have to have your liability extended to for your dram insurance.
okay.
And the street will have to be, fully blocked.
And you can do that just for a one time.
I believe so, yeah.
I'm
you
sure
should be
that
able
is,
to.
so, okay.
And you'll have somebody watching the ends of the street to make sure nobody wanders off premises with,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yes, I hadn't asked a volunteer to specifically do that, but I can, do that.
Yeah, cause that would probably be the main thing.
you don't want anybody wandering down the street.
Say, oh, I think I'm gonna take my beer over and why walking over to Central Park and drink it over there.
Well, I've really appreciated all the events you've done. I've been to several of
Oh,
them.
you're so
It's
sweet.
just
Thank you.
very, it's a great opportunity for people to mingle and to learn from what you've done. And I would really, not that I'll have to vote on it at that point, but I really be, doing this too, because I think it's a nice way to bring people to downtown.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to move forward local businesses, things like that. So I'm glad you're taking initiative to do so.
Thank you, thank you. Can you picture it? Giant table down the middle.
yes.
Yeah. Lights thrown across Main Street.
Oh,
It's like a Hallmark movie. Our Charles City flags, I think it would be so cute. Like you see that in Italy always, they're always flying an Italian flag everywhere. I'm like, we could have our Charles City flags up and down Main Street. That's my dream. We'll get there. This year, pizza.
Yeah.
But-
I
You like-
echo, sorry, I echo Keith's comments. I appreciate, you stepping up, and doing these type of events. Anytime we can get people together downtown is always good. A lot of positive feedback received on our crazy days coming back this year a little bit, so.
Oh, good, good.
That's. I hear that, but, and another annual event, so we have an annual event that keeps going, keeps getting better. Things change a little bit, but yeah, I'm excited about this, thank you for doing it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I was gonna say, I like the chief's comment at the bottom, though, about the hard barricades. I think that would be an excellent idea since it's on Main Street.
I just wanted that noted.
Yeah.
Is that something the police department will help with, or do I need to like?
Sure, they'll help
The
with street
street-
department,
street-
public street department.
Yeah.
Okay,
Visit
Okay.
more with Chief Anderson.
okay, okay.
But Clark Street and Kelly Street will both still be open. They'll just be
Correct.
closed on your side of those
Correct.
streets.
Just really one block.
Yep. Any other questions?
I had another question, but I don't know if this is for city council or not, but like, if I have little vendors, selling, like fiddle leaf, plants is now this new, she has fresh cut flowers that she'll be having a little booth there. Do they need to pay a vendor fee, or is there guidelines like that? Or if I have the street closed, can she just set up her little stand and sell things? How does that work?
She's not like she's like putting out a table.
Yeah.
a Food truck.
Yeah.
I don't know what our vendor is.
You have to put
I
your
think you have
license
to,
on.
yeah, like a transient merchant type permit through,
Okay, and so they would each need to do that, and is that through you? Brittany?
yeah, that's
Okay, transient permit,
yeah.
okay,
And you can just stop in or call in and Elizabeth or Lindsay will be able to help you
okay,
with that.
and is there a cost for that?
Yes, I knew you were gonna ask that. I believe it's 25.
Okay,
But
okay.
don't quote me on that. I can look tomorrow.
Okay.
so-
Or Friday.
Or Friday, sorry.
Okay. Okay, That was my main thing, so I didn't know about that.
Right, those will be on the agenda on Monday for official action.
Okay.
This is just kind of to
Yep.
run through all these variables, so thank you for being here tonight, and then we'll take official action on Monday.
All right, sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Darcy, if you're gonna leave, you have to go out this way because the door's locked over here.
Oh, Okay, great, thank you.
Next up then is the water treatment plant, number 3 VFD.
All right. Been a while, just wanted to make sure I was here for Keith's last meeting. So this is just two different projects we had on the capital improvement plan for this year. Just trying to get the ball rolling on them. So the first one is VFD for high source pump number 3. So these are just the ones we have in the controls now are just obsolete. So just trying to update equipment before it goes out, and we're scrambling in emergency. So VFDs basically tell the pumps how fast or how slow to run. So this is for the high service pump number 3 is the 200 horse big one that sends water from the clear well out to the city. So I would have a quote from Primex. There are programmers and actually would install this. And I had another quote from Packard Electric. And Primex was considerably lower for 19,000. I think I have 30,000 in the budget for this project, so.
You had talked about this quite some time ago, hadn't you?
Yeah, so after this one, we'll have 4 left to do, but just kind of get one done each year, starting with top priority, so.
This Primex, you've worked with them before?
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Satisfied with their work?
Yeah, they're our main programmer for our SCADA, our eye control upgrade we just did, and we've worked with them a lot of PLC upgrades as well, so.
Anytime we can, plan for and budget preventive maintenance is always good. So. Good with.
I like that bid coming in under the estimate.
Yeah.
Good job.
Any other questions on this one? Otherwise, we'll go on to the next item.
So kind of same thing on the capital improvement plan. We've been updating for the last 3 years. We've done a PLC. PLCs are this kind of the brains of the plant, I say, besides the operators. They start and stop the pumps, tell the pumps when to turn on based on levels and stuff like that. So this year's 2, just kind of wrap them up. Budget 80,000. This one came in under 2, 79,864. So.
Technically, yes.
Splitting hair now.
Yeah,
So these will be the last 2 PLCs at the, I mean, we should be good, hopefully another 10, 15 years on this side, so. This would wrap it up, we'd have all 6 of them updated then. So yeah, this would be 1A, which was the old part of the plant, and then 2B, which was some of the older models. Like I said, we'll have some parts, I don't know if we could maybe look at selling these to smaller cities that are still using the older models. After we get these removed, and then all of our PLCs would be upgraded to the plant, so.
It'd be an excellent idea to try and unload them if you can.
Yeah.
For something,
We have
something's
an
better.
eBay
than-
account, but yeah, they sell pretty high on eBay, so.
further questions for Corey? Sounds good. We'll pick this up on Monday also then.
Thanks, Corey.
When he said these were the brains of the plant, I always thought that was him. Apparently it's-
I just make sure the bills get paid.
So you gotta give yourself some credit, Corey. All right, Mark is up next for Tellurian for their facade improvement grant application.
Excuse me, facade improvement grant application from Tellurian Brewing. The design committee just met to review that and match up the criteria of the grant program. And they are recommending city council approve it. It is a request for a $4,000 grant for an $8,000 project. They're going to be adding new signage The thrust of it is they're gonna be putting in a kitchen in the back. They need to take out, the back garage door and frame that and make it a wall, and then they need new signage on the north side of the building to include advertising for the new kitchen. And then they gotta change the signage on their front and back doors as well, to reflect their new hours. And they'll be doing matching steel Italian place where that wall is. So it's not the front garage doors that open up, it's the back door.
Either planning on doing this right, pretty much right away, huh?
Yep, they're proposing to start in August to be done by the end of September. This is separate from a culture and entertainment district grant that they have to work on the kitchen, so. This is on the exterior wall in the signage.
Questions for Mark?
Looks good.
One of the things I like about the program is where we can help. Do improvements with our business district downtown, or even if it's outside. I like the direction. Like to thank Keith for kind of getting us going down that path, a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, starting to think about that, but great business. They do a lot for the community. Another good improvement. Exciting to see if they're gonna finally offer food eventually, so another bonus for that.
This is addressing a priority need by the public, which is for more dining, especially downtown. And it obviously would significantly enhance the entertainment, culture entertainment district in the downtown.
All right, Mark, thank you.
Thank you.
City Administrator search update. I know, Brittany, you've gotten some messages from Brent on the updates.
So, they, advertisements have technically been sent out and profile and all that. It is not the corrected profile. So he's going to work on fixing that. So I assume, I mean, it's still out there being advertised. I saw it on LinkedIn and all over. I'm gonna wait until he corrects that profile, till I put it on the city's website and then the League of Cities, the Iowa League of Cities website as well. So I want it all to be correct out there, but other than that, it sounds like everything is on schedule.
Okay. Very good. Moving right along here tonight, so. Up to interim city administrator report. Dan, what do you wanna share with us tonight?
So I was looking at the CIP today and seeing a couple of these projects that were on there. That was gonna be my next question, and the department heads on where they're at with these, so that's good. But did a few minor things. The department heads have been coming in with like bouncing some ideas off me about some problems they've been having, and we worked through those. And then doing some of the administrative stuff that you need to do in that role, and proven leave and that sort of thing, so. That's about it. It was, it's been, I think, 3 or 4 different problems that came in yesterday with department heads that gave them some advice, and they were happy to get the advice and they're acting on it, so should work out. They're just minor issues, but we'll get through it.
Are we having department head meetings with you? Of all department heads?
We had one as kind of an introduction. My way I understand it, you do it monthly, so there'll be one coming up.
It's
Monthly.
the third Tuesday of every month.
Okay. All right,
But they're in, most of them are in every day,
Yeah.
and so.
yeah.
I know one project Steve had been working on prior to his leaving was the matrix that we've used with, you know, like Cambridge or whatever, you know, new projects coming up. Have you delved into any of that?
Was that the TIF thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, the new, I didn't know whether that was adopted. I'll take another look at
It's
it.
not adopted. Those were some ideas that he had, but we need to get that thing updated. And I'd like that to not just sit for too long, if we can kind of keep that moving. along, so that
That's
could
kind
be.
of working with Tim too, isn't it?
Right, but I mean, if we can keep that moving along, get that maybe put in place before too late in the fall.
All right, I'll get on that. I'll touch base with Tim and see.
Yeah, I think
What
that'd be
is-
good.
Philip's also been involved in that.
Okay.
Steve sent it to Philip and I before he left,
Okay.
so. And I think he'd had some conversations with Tim.
Yeah, I did see that there was a change, but I didn't know if it had been adopted or if they're just working on it, so. Now thanks for that. That's good.
No,
It gives
that's
me a
fine.
way to point for that.
We just need to kind of shore that thing up and strengthen it up a little bit. It's been a little bit on the bad choice of words, but easy side. We need to shore that up a little bit. Change the way we've done that, so.
So maybe. Cause you're leaving here in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
So maybe when you get back, maybe you and
Sure.
Philip and Dan and Tim kind of maybe make a
Get together.
get together and kind of see which direction you guys all want to go.
Sounds good.
Good.
Sounds good.
All right. Any other questions for Dan? Brittany, anything for you tonight?
Just our next regular meeting is Monday, the 4th. We'll need to touch base with Philip to make sure he's gonna be there. It sounds like the rest will. 'Cause we'll do that third reading of the Prince edition ordinance for Cedar Street vacation, actually. The 13th, that will be a special meeting instead of a planning session. So, we have received 2 applications for the council vacancy. Front desk data synced yesterday. So we start training this coming week, found that out today. So that's amazing, and then we're gonna push that out to everybody, so then they can start making their online payments. It'll just be that for now, like we talked about the other day. So that's amazing.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of time.
Uh,
You got all this extra time now, huh? That's about all you've been dealing with lately.
No, next is the auditors are scheduled to be here on by August 18th through the 22nd. So we started prepping that last week. We sent off a whole bunch more information today. So they're just hoping that they only have to be on site. They're scheduled for 5, hoping for 2 to 3. And that they're gonna gather everything they can ahead of time to start working, so we've been working. And then one thing, they did remove the bollard,
On the bridge.
on the pedestrian
Yes, I saw
bridge. So, yeah, it looks nice.
that. Mhm.
Have you been by there?
Hope that works.
Have you been by there since they've done that at all?
Yep.
I think it's gonna be
Easier
easier.
times, yeah, that should be a lot easier for. Hopefully the right people to get around there and not some, that you're not gonna ever stop stupidity totally.
Right,
So,
but if we can help the others.
yeah, help
Yeah.
everybody else,
Yeah.
I think that's a good deal.
Yeah,
That, they did a really nice job with getting that all finished off, nice
Good.
and flat there, so.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank the street department for it. And thank you for all your time and effort you put into this whole software deal.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
just
fun,
hope
not
it
easy. so.
continues
Yeah.
to go smoothly, cause I just feel like I'm saying this now, I hope it.
You're not out of the woods yet.
Exactly.
But the end is in sight.
Yes, the end is in sight. We will have to do some equipment replacing, I think, first, the credit card swipers. But I think it's just a chip replacement, not the whole machine. But if we have to replace the whole machine, I'm fine with that, whatever works, just so it works.
So it works.
Yes. But other than that, I don't really have anything else.
All right, thanks. Any board, commission, or committee reports?
Historic preservation met this week and they're still working on getting our newest puzzle out. Having a hard time finding somebody who can print it at about the same size as the other ones, here locally. They have some other plans they're working on and possibly gonna be working with maybe, 8th grade social studies groups on some projects. And we welcomed our newest student member, freshman Sierra Hines, attended her first meeting yesterday.
I really didn't, it's a committee or anything that I was on, but the Heritage Fest was at the museum this past weekend. Looked like.
Well, he was an engineer
Yeah.
driving the train.
Looked like it was pretty well attended and
Yeah.
seemed like everybody that was there was having a good time, so. Appreciate those folks putting that on, museum.
Park and Rec did have their, dedication of the inclusive playground last Friday evening. Fairly good turnout. I mean, it wasn't like beating the crowds away, but I think Tyler was pleased. He thought there may be like 2 people there, and there was way more than that. So it was a nice event, and the paper did a nice job of covering it also.
There's probably a good 30 people,
Yeah.
30 to 40.
Yeah. Main Street, Charles City is having their Main Street America program visit on Tuesday, August the 12th. From 11 to 11:50, they'll be meeting with, the public partnerships, that'd be the city, the county. Dan, you're invited to that, and Brittany and I will go, but any council members are also welcome to attend that. I think most of their meetings are gonna be in this room. So they wanna have one place where they can hold all their ones, so their office up at Main Street is not big enough for some of the groups, so. Anybody who is interested in coming to that from 11 to 11:50 on Tuesday, August the 12th.
They're interesting meetings to attend.
Yeah.
Those in the past.
Yeah,
They're worthwhile if you want
They
to
are.
learn more about that whole process and how it works.
yeah. And they alternate. Last year was Main Street, Iowa. This year it's Main Street America, the next year Iowa, next year. So every 2 years, and so this is their official, this is the one they have to impress the person, because this is how you remain accredited as a Main Street program, but I don't think we'll have any problem there.
Yeah,
But
Spencer was a Main Street community, so I've been through a couple of those already, 2 cycles anyway, so the national and the state, eat once each, so
yeah,
They
they're
said
very
it's-
interesting, you're right.
perfect. Yep. All right, but the only other thing I have is we have a councilman who's gonna be leaving us in about 5 minutes when we adjourn this meeting. So, Keith, thank you for all you've done for the city for the years you've been on the council. You're putting in a lot of time and effort. I know your real job is gonna take more of your time and effort, and that's why you're stepping down. But, thank you for all that you've done for Charles City over the years. And we also have a little plaque that we'd like to give you. You wanna get a picture, Emily, or?
You get it, Joe?
You want to do a quick picture?
Well.
Awesome. You want everybody in the first picture?
He thinks fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought it would mean to wear a suit.
We did
What's that?
against like your law. So
Okay, that works.
okay.
I'll stand in the back row.
I'll just
I
take.
think I did that first one. I'm rocking school bus runs. Nice is not, but.
Mayor Pro Tem.
I'll go over
Brad, you want to get this picture? Rick, take it for us.
I'll take all the pictures.
Yeah.
There
He's got the professional.
He's a pro.
Take one.
He did this section.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, you ready, Travis?
All right, everybody look right here, big smiles.
That got the smiles.
Gives us all smiles.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, Travis.
I just next to that picture.
Yes.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you for everybody. You're,
Thank you.
I can say without doubt, it's the most talented group I've ever worked with, and I'm honored to have been part of it. Now say that again, we'll take my notebook.
I think, Joanne brought some goodies too.
They did, we don't leave it out.
That's why I did.
Thank you very much.
Should we adjourn first?
Yeah, it's like, or you gotta.
I'm afraid I'll get this.
Since we've done with all the official business, meeting adjourned.